Hello friends again, welcome to my channel and welcome to my journey through the European Category C airports. Today it's an evening short flight to Tivat airport for today, and I hope we'll have the VATSIM air traffic controllers, and I hope we'll be approved for landing runway 14 in order to have a fun and not to be quite smooth, to do the ILS landing and to have more challenge for today. So we are currently at the airplane, so we can set the chokes, we put the door and outdoor as well as a catering door. We can put the catering, we can put the loaders. Just see right over here, the catering is coming, loaders as well. That's perfect. Stairs are prepared, so we can do our preliminary procedure. Battery switch on, 24%. Guarded closed, standby power off, hydraulic panel set, wipers park, gear down, 3 green. That's okay. Check the bottles. I will maybe put a little bit more volume. Just for you. As I mentioned before, the last time I flew to Innsbruck, and I have always problems with my audio codecs and audio settings. Once I am loud, another video I am speaking too weak, let's say, and the airplane and environmental sounds are quite high, so I would like to figure out it somehow, but without any success. And anyway, we may start the APU. And so far, what we can do, we'll check our flight plan. Our flight plan says that today we have cost index 35. There is basically no wind conditions at the low flight level 190. And in this case we'll ask ATC controller for higher level, but anyway we'll check it with FMC, and we'll figure out later while during the flight. We have alternate Belgrade, and the minimum block fuel is 6,500 kilograms and FMC reserve is 3.3. We have currently no MEL CDL items, 154 passengers, 3.9 tons of checked baggage. We are quite heavy from Rijeka airport. That's okay. Top of climb, top of descent is close enough, so maybe flight level 190 will be enough for us. We will see. Anyway, okay, what do you check next? Okay, Kirk, close sailing and visibility okay, nothing special. Tivat, sailing and visibility okay, wind is blowing from 2004 knots. I guess a little bit of headwind for runway 14, which perfectly fit for us. No segments and nothing in significant weather charts. What I can check is the NOTAMs quite quick. Nothing. Tivat, basically nothing. And this is our routing, and in significant weather charts there is nothing special as well. Okay. We should have APU available. APU we put on bus is on good quality. We can perform the fire test just to check the wheel well and cargo fire. That's okay. We can go up. Put the IRSs to align position. That's okay. Oxygen is quite fine. warning systems, and this will be workable after 4 minutes, circuit breakers, emergency safety equipment, documentation all is on board. Put the lights to steady to let the ground personnel know that there's somebody in the cockpit. Anyway, regarding to this situation, but we are on the VATSIM, I put 7,000 kilograms of fuel right over there. And what we can do next, I hope 7,000 will be enough. We will call for a fuel track, and I will adjust my weights according to the holiday charters EASA ops table. But anyway, we are using SimBrief weights, so I will leave it like this. And cabin crew for sure is 150, because we have two cabin crews in front and two aft, and one is 75 kilograms with the hand baggage as well. And catering for today is only one leg, so it's approximately this way. And I flew with my friends with the shared cockpit the day before. So I need to adjust few things here in general config settings. Like this one. I'm sure that's okay. So far so good. Make a quick save. Prepare into Tavitab Rijeka Airport. And as we are refueling, I hope we are refueling, there is a guy with a refuel truck. Yes, it's over there, that's fine. So we can make it start pre-flight procedure. This is okay, this is quite fine. As well okay, emergency exit light on, no smoking signs on. Trimmer switch on, and we can cool down the cabin a little bit and put the AP on blit. We have already fuel on board, that's okay, refueling is completed. Anyway, flight level 190 and Tivat airport is I think approximately 0. That's fine. Check the oxygen. It's okay. Emergency. Auto brakes. RTO. That's all fine. 122.8, but I'm sure we have air traffic controller. Adria control should be online. 121.5 as on emergency frequency. This should be okay. And we can put some information into FMC. So Rijeka Airport. As we are using ZIBO mode, we are going to put our IRS position like a different way. The source will be last GPS position. We need to always check it in real life with the GPS charts if the coordinates are okay and valid. So we have company routing for us. It's quite okay, and we are flying as relaxed flight. That's quite okay. Okay, we are going through the VOR departure. I guess we should have a runway 32. And now, what will be our departure? This is from runway 14. Anyway, we can prepare, but air traffic controller should give us completely different routing. I will put stress for golf, just for time being. Flight level 190. And now we can go to charts. We can go to our cost index, which is 35. That's quite okay. And for Beograd FMC reserve we have 3.4. 3.4 is our final reserve fuel. Cruise wind conditions will be 0 to 6 and 16s. Yeah, 0 to 6/16. That's quite okay. ISA deviation is plus 13. Hot summer day. I think that transition altitude is 10,000 feet here in Croatia, so I put it right over here. Once again check it. Yes, 10,000 feet. That's okay from copilot side. Let's do the light test. Light test is okay. We can start our services. That's fine. What's the QNH? QNH is 1018. Okay, 1018. We have pre-selected. Engine auto acceleration altitude will be 1100 approximately. Initial altitude 8000 feet. It may differ. We have too many possibilities here in Rijeka airport that I'm quite sure that we've got a different clearance. 320, so I will do it non-standard. I will ask for the clearance right now, and thereafter we can do the rest of the thing, because we need to be well prepared for our departure. So I will check it with Adria, and Adria is 130.55. 130.55. Okay. Adria Control, dobrý den, Relax 5, Papa Lima, Rijeka Airport, request flight clearance to TVAT.
Relax 5, Papa Lima, you are unfortunately out of my sector, Unicom 128.
Okay, sorry for that, I guess I will need to contact you anyway. Unicom 128. Okay, so we may choose, because this is the upper airspace. I am still not comfortable with VATSIM procedures, so please disregard it. We will contact him shortly after departure, I think so. Okay, it's up to us. So 350 will be Ceres departure, Ceres for Golf departure. Initially 8000 feet, runway heading is 320, and what we can check right now in real life, contact Pula radar. Okay, but Ceres for Golf, climb straight ahead, 1640, 13 left, 140 tracked, intercept 1709 bearing to Ceres NDB. So we are going to Ceres NDB. In this case I put it into the nav setting, Ceres NDB 433. As we are in such a low flight level, maybe we are going without the VATSIM. So 433 is pre-selected as well on this side. That's quite okay. And what we can put it there, Rijeka VOR 117.8. 17.8. And in case of relanding, now there was nothing stated in NOTAMs, we will use a runway 32 and a runway 32, for example, VOR approach. Okay, so final approach track will be 321. There are no special noise abatement procedure, we use standard takeoff profile in this case. Okay, that's it. I guess we are prepared, so pre-flight checklist is complete, and we can go directly for boarding right now and start to make the load sheet. Okay, what we need to check? We have 154 bags and 4 tons of checked baggage. Okay, 1,500 and 2,500 feet would be put in the aft compartment. So we have 63.3. I put into the calculator what will show us. Once again, weight was 66 for takeoff. And now I would like to know how precise will be this takeoff calculation. We should use flaps 5 and full thrust. Okay. Flaps 5, stabilizer 5.5 unit. So already set, and our speeds today will be 136.138. 6138, and our takeoff safety speed will be 148. 148. And there is no specific engine failure procedure at this airport, so left turn direct to the sea. Anyway, 148. 8, armed the auto thrust. We have briefing completed. Put ADF here for our departure segment. Just to know. Yeah, well, refueling is completed, boarding is completed, APU is on bus, so we can close the doors. Can close the doors and all the ground equipment removed. Let me check it. Okay, it's fine. We can do before start procedure. That's pretty fine. Standby 2000. It's okay. Can close the doors. Fine. And we are on chokes because we are starting the engines on the self maneuvering stand. In this case, before start checklist is complete, and we can perform engine start procedure like now, and we may start the engine number 2. Let's go for it. EGT is okay, N1, N2 rotation, pressure is okay. And we have currently starter cutout, isolated procedure, starting engine number 1. Okay, monitor 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds EGT should be rising with the normal way. No hot start, no wet start. N1, N2 rotation, oil pressure is rising. It seems we have two good and stable engines right now. Okay, start valve cut out. That means that we can put flaps 5. And before taxi procedure, check the isolation valve, it's working fine. Perfect. That's okay, I am happy with it. Can check the pressure hydraulic, flight controls. All is checked, so we can switch off the APU. Blank lower display unit recall is fine. We can remove the chokes and disconnect ground personnel. We can go back to the chart, which is this our departure. I will put L now. And once again check it. It's going directly to TRES NDB. Like that one, TRES NDB, LOS NDB, that's okay. It seems that that it's fine. I can scroll down via Alex page. It should be okay once again. TRES Golf Echo. TRES for Golf, sorry. Okay, it's right over there. So we may release the parking brake, put the taxi lights, and we are good to go. Okay, before takeoff procedure. Fine, before takeoff checklist we have flaps 5, green light, stabilizer trim is 5.5 units set. Before takeoff checklist complete. Okay, we are entering the runway. Left side is clear, right side I hope from co-pilot side is okay. I can't see it, but assume that is okay. In this case lights are on and transponder on TARA. What I can see to the Tivat airport, yeah, we are on the tour, we are on our tour for category C airports. Tivat airport is quite well known for its geographical location. It is near the sea and it's within the valley, so it's a little bit, first of all, a little bit tricky approach procedure, and meteorological conditions, especially these Adriatic conditions, with some downdrafts, turbulence as well. So that's why the TVAT is listed as Category C airport. But we will have a closer look at the airport chart during our cruise. Okay, so runway 32 is it's identified. Runway heading 320 is checked. Let's the engine stable. Start the flight time. Okay, stabilized. Takeoff. Toga button was here on ZIBO. $80 knots. We will see what was our computed V speeds. It seems to be quite okay. Perfect. V1 rotate. Positive rate gear up. Okay, we are turning. I put autopilot engaged just for enjoy your view. There should be the bridge to Kirk Island. It's not there depicted. Anyway, I assume that we are clear to final level, which is 190. Okay. Basically, that was the reason we don't have the air traffic controller on VATSIM, because he's controlling the upper airspace, and we are low again. The reason why I am doing such a short flight is because I have poor DSL internet connection so far, and upload long haul, or let's say long flights, are quite challenging for me. So for the time being, we'll leave it like it is now. Okay, flaps up. We have flaps up, no lights. Okay, V now speed. This is okay. I will reset the navigation switches. That's quite fine. I will put a little bit less sound, and yeah, basically we successfully departed from Rijeka airport. And we can discuss the TVAT airport. So okay, in our case I will delete and I will put TVAT, and as we can see, we have no reference, no other information. This is just the airport chart. I put the double there accidentally. And as you can see, TVAT has quite a long runway, which is perfect. The wind condition, according to last meter, and ZIBO has a nice feature here with AOC requests. We can ask for TVAT. And we will see which runway we will use, but I hope the wind was blowing 1803 knots. Basically, yeah, in real life we can leave it for this runway, but just for demonstration we will do the circle to land for runway 14. In this case, flight level 100. Check the lights, release the cabin, and a little bit warm up the temperature in the cabin. That's okay. So we are climbing. Okay. Anyway, the runway is quite long. In this case, we don't have the performance calculations. Auto brake 2 is enough, and as well our flap setting, we can use flaps 40, we can use flaps 30 without any problems. I will go for flaps 30. Why flaps 40? It makes no sense. Anyway, we should turn at the end of the runway within the turning path, and we make a backtrack. Maybe we will accommodate to the situation according to the traffic, live traffic in TVAT. So in this case I will go for flaps 30. It's quite enough. We burn approximately 2 tons of fuel, so it will be 63.5, which is below our maximum structural limit weight for 737-800. And we have a little bit of headwind component, so it's okay. VREF additive is just plus 5 knots. That's okay. So as you can see, landing distance available for us is 2500 meters, which is quite long, and we have self-maneuvering stands. We will vacate via Bravo taxiway. What we can prepare? Arrival. Okay, let's jump to the arrival. Within the Lex page we see that we have Tango Alpha Zulu, which I guess it's NDB or VOR. I don't remember so far, but anyway, we can make it like an AirNav. Yeah, it's Tango Alpha Zulu NDB. We can go all the way down to Gosut Point, Airphone, and for ILS, localizer Zulu. We have Lasty. No, it's not good for us. TVAT 1 Delta. This is TVAT 1 Echo, so we are using TVAT 1 Delta via Gosut Point. Anyway, put it here, localizer. I can check it, localizer Yankee for this runway, and we can see it's 3watt 301 AirNav waypoint 301. Okay, so ILS Yankee will fit for us much more better than ILS Zulu. So ILS Yankee, And as we said before, we have TWAT1, yes, TWAT1 delta. We are at cruising level. We can put it into the VNAV, FNC speed, VNAV pass. We can do quickly in-flight scan if everything is okay. It should be fine. Duct pressure is okay, temperature fine. Differential pressure, cabin altitude okay, lights are quite fine. We are turning. Okay, we can put airport right over here. And so this part is pre-selected. So we can put there a final approach course, which is 334. Is set on both sides. On navigation multimode receiver we put 111.3. On active side, and we are going circle to land with prescribed track procedure C map 19-10. Anyway, I would like to pre-select the TWAT NDB 345. Three four five on both sides, and I will put a little bit more like this one. That's perfect. Okay, TWAT 345, put on navpay, on navigation display. It's quite okay. Just checked quickly, hydraulic system is okay, engine instruments are okay, this is fine. So now setting we have on MCP and as well here on aft electronic panel. We have FMC basically set. Why I have basically set? Because we still don't have the minima and we still don't have the descent forecast page. So if we go to the descent forecast page, we can easily check that transition altitude is 10,000 feet, and from TWAT NDB we have minimum altitude for our standard estimate arrival 6,000 feet. So flight level 110, it should be okay. And once again I will check the message. I will write it because I always forget. So width was 1803 knots and QNH was 1016, and ISA deviation was plus 15 degrees. In this case 1016 is pre-selected, and we put into the descent forecast page plus 15 because outside and temperature 30 degrees of centigrade, and this is deviation from ISA within 15 degrees. 1016 is QNH, put it like here. I don't put the descent forecast page because we are quite low level, and I'm pretty happy that we are flying at this low level because we may enjoy our beautiful orthophoto scenery, as you can see here. Wow, it's amazing. Anyway, come back. Let's go to the chart which was depicted as 19-10, and from this chart we can see that we are going to make a circle to land with a prescribed track. If you watch my video how to create the custom navdata waypoints, you will remember that we can put some information regarding to our visual pattern into our FMC. In this case, I just go briefly we have minimums 1840. So we will level the airplane at 1900 feet. I will put it, in order to be precise, 1840, sorry. It's pre-selected right over there. That's fine. Minimum visibility is 2400 meters. We are not able, or let's say not authorized, to do this procedure while at night. I guess we can catch it because it's 1730 local time right now, so it's okay so far. And airport elevation is 20 feet, which match our landing altitude. That's quite okay. That was important. And what is important? Misapproach procedure. If visual reference is lost, initial climb turn towards the landing runway, which is runway 14. Overhead airport proceeding climbing to Tango Alpha Zoo NDB marker then as directed. That's why I put it into the navigation to the ND and to after electronic panel as well. So this we have. So all the crucial information we have set. So MCP is set, auto brake is set, flap settings we have discussed, minimums we have discussed as well, descent forecast and FMC is set, and now setting is set as well. Airplane status, airplane is okay. In case we need to hold over the NDB, we have holding fuel available for 20 minutes. Okay, what we are going to do now? In order to help our situation, we are going to the temporary database. We put there the first point, which we call Whiskey Papa, like a waypoint 01. Put it here, and the reference source will be TVAT localizer DME. Okay, now Adria Control, please contact me 13045. Adria Control, dobrý dan, Relax 5 Papa Lima, level 190, I'm proceeding to Tibri Point.
Relax 2, correction, Relax 5 Papa Lima, Adria Radar, dobrý dan, set squawk 5250.
Squawking 5250, Relax 5 Papa Lima.
Grazie 6 Lima, direct Exxon point.
Okay, so come back to our problem. So TVAT.
6 Lima, just to confirm, it is Exxon, not...
It's there, and the radial should be 154 slash 3, because the DME is 3. Okay, so we have the first waypoint right over here. We can put it into the fixed page as waypoint 01. It's right over there, and we can put another point just to go to the nav data, and waypoint 02, and we will make it from this waypoint 01, and 295 4.7.
Easy 26 Echo Tango Adria Radar, dobrý dan, set squawk 1000.
Okay, waypoint 02.
Squawk 1000 is 26 Echo Tango.
It's there, and now we can make it waypoint 03. Again,
68 Kilo Echo Adria Radar, dobrý dan, set squawk 1000.
waypoint 03, it's right over there, and it's going from waypoint 02, and as you can see it's 314 radial, and it's 1.5 nautical miles.
Ryanair Spirit Tango Lima, request taxi.
I'm sorry for that.
Ryanair 3 Tango Lima, taxi to holding point runway 31.
Okay, so we have all these 3 waypoints to the runway,
68 Kilo Echo identified, continue descent to 8,000 feet via
and
Topo 1
now
arrival for runway visual
what is
23.
important, do not overshoot this this DME distance, this DME 4 I guess, so from Tivat, so make it with the right turn to runway 14. Just for situational awareness, I put their Tivat into the fixed page.
Top Swiss 68 Kilo Echo, Adria radar.
It's a message.
Top Swiss 68 Kilo Echo, descend to 8,000 feet.
Okay,
via
and
Topo
Tivat?
1 Zulu arrival QNH in split is 1016.
It's here, and just to put it like here, and we'll check it with our legs page.
1016 is sending 8,000 feet on the Torpo 1 Zulu arrival. Top Swiss 68 Kilo Echo.
68 Kilo Echo, correct information Alpha.
Roger.
So, scroll down the points.
Adria radar, very good afternoon, CSA 7 Victor Charlie.
As you can see, we are going from Tango
CSA
Alpha
7
Zulu,
Victor Charlie, Adria radar, Dobar.
turning back.
CSA 7 Victor Charlie, information Alpha received, QNH 1016, request FR clearance to Prague.
And now we have all the waypoints depicted here. And this is our DME4 circle, but this is actually my mistake. It's not the DME circle from Tivat, but it's just the DME. Anyway, for situational awareness, in order to be precise, I put there 4 nautical mile ring over here, just to know to make a turn smooth to the runway 14. In this case, in our case, from this waypoint we are making to visually to this waypoint here, and we can start to make a turn final for runway 14. That's okay. Most important is, again, do not press the approach mode, just localizer, because we are going through the localizer, and then we will start our visual turn. Okay, so I think that we are prepared, and now the air traffic controller gives us something which is absolutely different. We will see. So once again, how we did these waypoints, go to the index page, go to the nav data, and name the waypoint and put the reference source, and then you can create the waypoints for your visual part of the approach. Again, we can double check it. We can double check it. So Tivat 1 Delta to Sorak point. Sorak is here. From Sorak to Olivu, speed maximum to 210 knots. Onto the Gosud point, and from Gosud point to Tango Victor 301, in which we should have 200 knots. If we are doing circle to land with the Boeing 737 in downwind position, you should have gear down flaps 15 and checklist holding on flaps. Anyway, everything is set up here. I think that we don't need these altitude restrictions because we are already restricted at Sorak point, so I will clear this altitude restriction waypoint right over here. So our standard instrument arrival ends with Tango Victor 301. That's okay. My audio setting is completely broken, but completely. Anyway, proceeding via ILS Yankee. So from Tivat, as you can see, 4,000 feet, we may descend to 2,600 to the NDB, and from NDB we will continue descending via angle which is 3.5 degrees to altitude 1,900 feet. Because we are not following these minimas. Our minimas are on visual chart. So we are proceeding to this point, which is DME 3, and we start with the left turn, 295 track to this waypoint, and 314 track to this waypoint, and starting following the trend vector to the base leg and short final for runway 14. Anyway, just for demonstration and purposes, as you can see, I did a flight planning via SimBrief, and SimBrief says me that my optimum flight level is 1 and 0. I don't know if I am restricted for some air traffic controller reasons, if there are any FIR NOTAMs or something special, I don't know, but this is quite low flight level. As you can see, our optimum flight level is 380, so we are let's say way below. But it was my intention to leave it like it is, just to enjoy this beautiful view. As you can see.
Arrival descending 8,000 feet, and now we just reached the initial approach fix and entering the holding.
Top 68 Kilo Echo, according to 80, runway news is 23, proceed direct Nupso, Nurat, correction, Nurat for Arma visual.
Anyway, we can speed up a little bit, just in order not to waste the time, and go to 320, indicated.
Waypoint is Nurat, November, uniform, Romeo, Alpha, Tango.
Just for our computation, to have precise numbers, put it as well here. We can press V now again.
Nurat is last point you will have in the before visual approach.
Gotcha.
CSA 7 Victor Charlie, runway 23, clear for takeoff. Wind is 0 degrees.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, CSA 7 Victor Charlie, thank you.
Top Swiss 68 Kilo Echo, Adria.
Oh, it's really amazing.
I just received
Amazing.
before this wind was really for runway 23.
Ah, this is some tower here.
Like to proceed to 05.
Some transmitter.
We actually expected runway 0, cushion runway 23, so we are fine.
Roger that. Then proceed direct to that.
Victor at das is 68 Kilo Echo.
Runway 93, Tango Lima, climb flight level 300.
Transport level 300, Flight 93, Tango Lima.
Okay, what we can do now in order not to be bored, we can put the speed 330 indicated, once again, like this, and once again, make some briefing. So airplane status is okay, and we are proceeding via TWAT1 Delta to Sorak, maximum 250, from Sorak to Olivu, maximum to 210, then to Gosut, to Tango Victor 301, from Tango 0301, going for the ILS, for localizer approach, to 4000 feet, then 2600 feet to NDB, and from NDB altitude 1900 feet, and proceeding via discharge from DME3 with this prescribed track procedure.
Runway 04 cleared for takeoff, AGN 3781.
Now tuning, just to check it, 345, which is TWAT NDB, is set and is depicted on navigation display. That's fine. And final approach course 334 we have. Localizer frequency is 111.3, 111.3, 111.3, set 1, and a set box as well. Flap settings, minimums, descent forecast pitch, auto brake, recall, everything, holding fuel for 20 minutes we have checked. What I can put it there just for in case we need it somehow, it's TWAT NDB, but it's different TWAT NDB, it's 332. Okay, so 332 on standby.
German Eagle 383, Asia radar Dollar identified. Break, Croatia 6 Lima, that was double transmission. Can you say again, please?
Croatia 6 Lima, no problem. Croatia descent.
Croatia 6 Lima, descent to flight level 120.
0, Croatia 6 Lima.
CPDLC available?
CPDLC is available. Alpha Delta Romeo Whiskey.
Alpha Delta Romeo Whiskey in Android.
This is really beautiful orthophoto scenery.
Flight level 190, AGN 3781.
This looks amazing, really nice.
Thunder 42 X-ray Bravo, request out of cockpit for around 10 minutes.
No problem, just report back.
To the report back, thank you.
I love this Adriatic coast. In real life the water is more it's not so dark, it's more blue. I don't know how to say.
Ryanair 3 Tango Lima, no further ATC, monitor uniform until 2 bye-bye.
Wanted to deploy, thank you very much for the service, bye-bye, Ryanair 3 Tango Lima.
And the TWAT airport should be somewhere over here. I think so. Well, we'll see. Later on. Okay, come back to cockpit. We have still 40 nautical miles prior to the top of the descent point. Okay, Adria control is quite quiet right now.
Adria Center, Edelweiss 150, hello. Edelweiss 150, Adria Radar, dobar dan. Set squawk 5226. Once more, 5226. 150, set squawk 5223. Negative, 5226. 5226. Edelweiss 150, correction, set squawk 5226.
Adria Radar, CSA7 Record Charlie, approaching flight level 00.
Okay, and as I said in my previous video, try to start your descent at least 20 nautical miles before the top of descent. When ready, descending flight level 130, and can you confirm the T-1 Delta arrival for our approach?
Stand by. Relax 5 Papa Lima, say again the requested approach.
It's up to you, but basically I would prefer T-1 Delta arrival via Sorak Point or Livugo Sud for localizer runway 32 Yankee.
Just to confirm, Tango Alpha Zulu 1 Delta, localizer Zulu runway 32.
Yes, AFRAM, and for training purpose we will make a circle to land for runway 14 relax 5 Papa Lima, and just confirm descent level.
Descent level is flight level 130, and let me coordinate with Adria East your arrival. Stand by.
Okay, thank you very much, and anyway, descending flight level 130 as relax 5 Papa Lima. So flight level 130 is set. 1000.
That's a 6 Lima descent to 3000 feet on QNH 1019.
And as we have our descent speed is 310, so we can decelerate quite a bit. So 5000 feet per minute just to decelerate the airplane into our descent configuration. Speed is 310 indicated, and then we put the economical descent rate 1000 feet per minute. Okay, so we can go down with the 1000 feet per minute. We will see if he can coordinate with another Adria control our request.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, Adria East said no problem, they will approve Tango Alpha Zulu 1 Delta, localizer Zulu 32, circle to land 14.
You are great, thank you very much for this, Relax 5 Papa Lima. So Tango Alpha Zulu for Delta for arrival, then localizer Yankee 32 and circle to land for runway 14, Relax 5 Papa Lima.
Request out of cockpit for 10 minutes.
Approved, no problem, report back.
Thank you, Control 730. Thunder 4283 Bravo back in cockpit.
It's hard to me when I was flying MCC be just one person in the cockpit and do everything, believe me. When you get used to fly with another person on board, it's hard to manage it by yourself. That's why I am not a light training captain, because
5 Papa Lima, contact Adria East 130550, bye bye.
130550 Adria Control, thank you very much again, Have a great day. Bye bye. Relax 5 Papa Lima. One 130 I think it was.
Tirana, stand by. Eurowings 32 Alpha Charlie, runway 35, clear to land.
Clear to land, Eurowings 32 Alpha Charlie.
Adria Control, dobrý dan. Relax 5 Papa Lima, descending flight level 130.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, Adria radar, radar contact, continue descent to 8,000 feet, TVAT QNH 1016, transition level 110, inbound Tango Alpha Zulu.
Okay, descending to 8,000 feet by TVAT QNH 1016 and Relax 5 Papa Lima proceeding to Alpha Tango Alpha Zulu.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, cleared Tango Alpha Zulu 1 Delta arrival, localizer Zulu runway 32, circle to land runway 14.
Tango Alpha Zulu for localizer Zulu runway 32, then circle to land runway 14, and once again descending 8,000 feet, QNH 1016 and Tango Alpha Zulu 1 Delta. Relax 5 Papa Lima.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, correct, report passing disregard.
Can you say again for Relax 5 Papa Lima?
5 Papa Lima, disregard.
Okay. Okay, so we have 8,000 feet, QNH 1016, set and cross-checked, and I will put fasten belts to on in order to let the cabin crew know that we are starting our final descent to the destination. We are approaching on the flight path, and we can go directly to TAS according to our traffic controller. Oh, we can make it like a V now. Okay, that's fine. I would like to know if we can see us via SimLink.
X5 Papa Lima, continue descend to 6,000 feet, report passing 7,000.
Continue descending 6,000, report passing 7,000, Relax 5 Papa Lima.
Eurowings 6.
Okay, 6,000 feet is set.
Contact Adria radar 130450.
I think that the Sorak point is quite far, and we are approaching flight level 110.
Contact Adria 130450.
Contact Adria 130.450, Eurowings 68 Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's do it like another way. I will put 250 level change, 250 to recalculate our flight path. Decelerate right now. I'm not comfortable to make a high-speed approach during in this kind of destinations where you are near the sea and there are too many birds. So lights coming on. Cool down the cabin a little bit. And we are proceeding via Tango Alpha Zulu. He confirmed me localizer Zulu, but it should be localizer Yankee.
Identified. Proceed direct NISWA climb flight level 390. Direct to NISWA climb flight level 390, Malik 2204.
Okay, we have Sorak Olivu point. We are a little bit high on profile, but it's basically no problem. what we need, we have positive identification of our localizer, which is, or let's say ILS DME TVAT and DME as well. I put it just for situational awareness.
Adria Radar, Eurowings free to Alpha Charlie, vacated runway 35 at Tirana Airport.
DME 10, that's quite okay. So come back to Vinava.
To Alpha Charlie, welcome to Tirana, taxi stand number 11.
Stow the speed brakes.
Stand number 11, Eurowings free to Alpha Charlie.
Really nice view. Nice view. Okay. We are clear to 6,000, but we can go down to 5,000 without any further problems. And Olivo is speed maximum to 210. Okay, now we are on V speed, so we will dive the airplane a little bit more. I will put speed intervention and flaps 1. Relax 5 Papa Lima crossing 7,000.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, later service terminated below 7,000 feet. Report Olivo, descent 2,600.
I'm just short to the Olivo. I'm turning to Gosud Point.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, roger, in that case report Gosud.
Okay, we'll call Relax 5 Papa Lima. Okay, so we are back on VNAV path. Put the localizer and we may decelerate because the airplane is accelerating. Flaps 2, we'll see what the airplane will be doing for us.
Thousand to go.
Okay, we can go down. Relax 5 Papa Lima reaching Gosud Point 6,000 feet.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, roger that, clear the localizer Zulu runway 32, report braking to the left.
Clear for localizer Zulu runway 32 and reporting turning to the left for downwind. Relax 5 Papa Lima. Okay, we have localizer captured, so 334 will be set. We put flaps 5. 4 and 4,000 feet. We can go down a little bit and decelerate. I will put non-standard, stow the speed brakes and put flaps 10. And ZIBO has some problems, some issues with LNAV because it's going from left side to right side, and sometimes it has problem with capture the localizer. As you can see, the airplane is accelerating so much. I am not comfortable with this situation. We can go to 2,600.
1,000 to go.
Sky Travel 1211, it's not my squawk, it's your squawk. 67623.
So anyway, I will put it into the vertical speed. I have already geared down because he was accelerating so much. It's no problem for us. I can put it into final config.
Identified. Proceed direct Mitno.
Proceed direct Mitno. İyi akşamlar. 37 Papa Bravo.
Okay, what will be our VRF? 151. Okay, 151. That's fine. We are approaching the TVAT NDB.
Andrea Radar, hearing 3 to Alpha Charlie at the stand. Thank you for the EDC and goodbye.
And we are going to prepare. The heading will be 295. 295, and we can go down shortly to 1900, which is our MDA. Anyway, airport is in sight, as you can see. It's right over here. So we are fully visually.
Please set clock 7623.
Okay, go down 1900. And what is our first waypoint is this one. We can make it a little bit shallower. A little bit more shallow. Because this is DME3, as you can see, and as well cross-check indication with our PFD. So we will level the airplane before this point, and you can see how are we close to the hills.
Sky travel 121.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, turning to downwind for runway 14.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, Roger, report final.
Report short final, Relax 5 Papa Lima. Okay, tak. So, we are approaching this point, and what we can put there, heading select, starting our turn, and our misapproach altitude will be 6,000 feet.
Speedbird 65, Adria Radar contact.
And as you can see, this is our waypoint. So we are drifting a little bit, and we are close to the terrain. You can see. So we will see how we can manage it somehow. Okay, now it's starting to be bumpy because of
Relax 5 Papa Lima, wind still at 150 degrees, 4 knots, runway 14. Cleared to land. After landing, backtrack is approved. Vacate via Bravo.
clear to land runway 14 and backtrack approved and vacating via Bravo. First to the right, Relax 5 Papa Lima. Okay, so we have the landing clearance. Checklist is almost complete. Engine start switches continues. Speed brake, arm, landing gear down, holding on flaps. That's fine. That's perfect. So as you can see, our temporary database, it's more or less helpful, very helpful for us.
Echo Bravo 1 Tango arrival, ILS runway 11.
So
Kilo Echo
we
Bravo
can make it a flap 30 and speed was 151. We can start turn to another waypoint. Just check it with this chart. How precise are we? And please scan always and watch your visual references. Do not rely always on the instruments. Okay, anyway, autopilot is disengaged. Can recycle the flight director switches. We can put 140 heading and we can make start our final turn.
Adia radar Wizard 123 Tirana.
Wizard 123 Adria Radar, go ahead.
We will see if we are high or if we are low on profile. I don't have the copilot to put the center line for me. I'm deeply apologizing about the situation.
Echo QNH 1016.
I think I am high. I'm quite high.
Visa 123, you can't get the engine started before you get the clearance information. Echo for Tirana is correct. Clear to destination, Warsaw. Arena 1 Whiskey departure, runway 35, climb initially flight level 140, squawk 5027.
Radar, hello, Blue Air 1932 with you, level 390.
Blue Air 1932, Adrian radar contact.
Austrian 9087.
Okay, we have runway in sight.
Austrian 9087, Adria radar identified, proceed direct Thales.
We are quite okay with the profile.
Good afternoon, Blue Air 7 X-ray Romeo with you, flight level 320.
Okay, a little bit go down.
Blue Air 7 X-ray Romeo, Adria radar identified.
And now disregard the puppy and watch on focus on the touchdown point.
Visa 123.
Adria radar, Wizard 123, cleared for whiskey departure, initial flight level 140, squawk 5027.
Visa 123, that's negative. Departure is Rinav 1 Whiskey. Romeo India November Alpha Victor 1 Whiskey. Rinav 1 Whiskey.
Okay,
Departure Rinav
we
1
are successfully on the ground.
Flight level 140, squawk 5027. Wizard 123.
Visa 123, ATC clearance copied correctly. Startup is approved. Runway 35, Tirana QNH 1016.
Okay, 60 knots, closing thrust levers, auto brake, manual braking, auto brake disarm, stowing the speed brakes, and we are safely on the ground. Excellent landing, vertical speed 70, I don't think so. It was excellent landing. It was a little bit on the left main wheel.
Taxi via Whiskey, hold short runway Bravo 35, QNH 1016, with the 123.
Okay, so we can do the after landing procedure because we have quite a long taxiway. Auto brake back to off position, weather radar should be off. Terrain, this as well. It's fine. Setting flaps up. And stabilizer trim back to 5 units. It's okay, and we have APL available, AP on bus.
UGN 3781 Adria radar contact.
I was drifting a little bit to the right. It was my mistake. But sometimes it's better when you are close to the ground to do not put much inputs into your rudder pedals or your control column, because you can make situation even worse. I am not happy with this landing, I can tell you. But that's the life, that's the real life. Sometimes it goes, sometimes not.
Andrea Vista, good evening, GN540 with you, 57350.
EGN 540, Adria Radar contact, proceed direct window.
Direct window, GN540.
I think regarding to the explain, ZIBO and his team did a great job into 737. That's my opinion. It's not a promotion of this airplane, but it's quite perfect. But it is still suffering with the LNAV issue, as you saw. Okay, so this is the first one. Stop the flight time. Lights coming off. Transponder back to altitude off, because we have Adria control here. Adria control, relax 5 Papa Lima, runway vacated via Bravo.
Relax 5 Papa Lima, welcome to TIVAT, taxi stand number 5.
Thank you very much. Taxi to stand number 5, relax 5 Papa Lima. So, what is our stand? Stand number 5 is 1, 2, 3, is 5 and 5 alpha. Okay, so left side clear, right side clear.
Available Unicom 128.
Session 2 Unicom 22.8, goodbye.
Okay, stand number 3 is here. There should be the stand number 4 and stand number 5.
Blue Air 7 X-ray Romeo, no further ATC available, Unicom 128.
Unicom 128 for Blue Air 7 X-ray
It's right here. Okay, we've got it. Okay, this is the stand number 5. We don't have the marshaller. Always remember, do not enter the apron on or the stand without the visual docking system or marshaller. In real life, you are not allowed to enter the gate or the apron without the assistance. Okay. I hope we are fine. So I will stop the airplane, put parking brake on, APU is on bus, 3 minutes cooling down was already done, so shutdown procedure and shutdown checklist we can perform. It's quite perfect. Okay, stop the block time, release the passengers. Anti-collision lights off, and yeah, we can still make the fresh air while passengers are disembarking. We may disconnect from VATSIM. Okay, and transponder back to standby 2000, as we are safely on stand. That's okay, so we can, what we can do, we can put the chokes, release the brakes, watch the temperature. It was okay because we were reversing, and now we can put the loader, the stairs, and we can wait for passenger disembarkation. Oh, how I miss the real life flying. But this is quite nice satisfaction for me. Okay. Once the passengers are out of the cabin, disembarkation is completed. We are quite okay. So we can do the secure procedure. IRSS is off. Cabin galley power off. Emergency auxiliary off. Window heat off. And PEX off. APU bleed as well. And now we can shut down the APU and start the cooling time, which should be 1 minute, as the APU bleed valve closed. And after 1 minute, we need to make 40 seconds to let the APU inlet door to be closed. So 2 minutes. We wait 2 minutes and put the battery switch into off position. And that's all for our short flight to Tivat. And what I have to say. Basically, I hope you enjoy this flight. And as you can see, the flight preparation is very important for such for airport like this airport, category C airport. And as you can see, our custom waypoints was really important in order to make a proper prescribed track to circle to land for runway 14. I hope you enjoy this stream, and see you within the next video. And we already made Innsbruck flight, we already made Calvi. This was the Tivat one, and next time maybe Samos, Skiathos, we will see. That's all. Thank you very much for watching the stream. See you next time soon. Bye bye.